In exactly 12 seconds, the entire hierarchy of global martial arts is going to flip upside down. But right now, standing in the center of this suffocating room, nobody sees it coming. Not the producers sweating through their linen suits, not the stuntmen placing side bets in the shadows, and certainly not the man laughing in the center of the ring. To understand why the next few moments are about to change history, you have to understand where we are. It is late July 1971. We are on the outskirts of Bangkok, Thailand, and hot doesn't even begin to describe it. The humidity here is so thick you can practically chew it. We are inside a makeshift gym with a corrugated iron roof that acts less like a shelter and more like a convection oven. The air is heavy, smelling of tiger balm, stale cigarette smoke, and the sharp metallic tang of nervous sweat. This isn't a Hollywood set. There are no air-conditioned trailers. There are no safety coordinators. This is the production of The Big Boss, the film that is supposed to launch a career. But right now the cameras aren't rolling, the lights are off, because the real drama is happening off script. The local crew has stopped working. They are gathered in a tight, suffocating circle around the sparring mat. They are watching a confrontation that wasn't in the screenplay, a fight that wasn't supposed to happen. In one corner you have the local champion. He is a heavyweight Thai fighter, a man built like a tank who has spent 20 years conditioning his shins to feel like baseball bats. In Thailand, Muay Thai isn't just a sport, it is a religion of pain and endurance. This man is a high priest of that religion. He is looking across the mat, and he is grinning. Why? Because he doesn't see a threat. He sees a movie star. He sees a product of camera angles, wire work, and makeup. He sees a small guy from America who talks a lot of philosophy but probably breaks under real pressure. He has just challenged this actor to a real round. No pads, no scripts, no cut. And the producers? They are terrified. You can see it in their eyes. They know exactly what is at stake here. If their star gets his leg broken, and looking at the tree-trunk legs of the Thai champion, that is a very real possibility. The production ends today. The money is gone, the reputation is ruined. They want to intervene. They want to step in and say, save it for the camera. But they can't, because in 1971 in this gym, face is everything. If the star backs down now, he loses the crew. He loses respect, and for a man like Bruce Lee, losing respect is a fate worse than a broken bone. So, Bruce stands there. He is dead still. He isn't bouncing on his toes like a boxer. He isn't making those famous high-pitched noises you know from the movies. He is wearing nothing but a pair of track pants, and that famous, intense focus that feels like it could burn a hole through steel. He looks small compared to the giant opposite him. Physically, the mismatch is almost comical. The Thai fighter outweighs him significantly. He has the reach. He has the home court advantage. The room goes quiet, the kind of silence where you can hear the buzzing of the flies against the hot iron roof. The Thai champion steps forward. He wants to end this quickly. He wants to show the crew that Hollywood Kung Fu is a joke compared to the raw power of the ring. He launches a roundhouse kick. If you have never heard a professional Muay Thai roundhouse in person, it doesn't sound like a thud. It sounds like a whip cracking. It is a strike designed to snap a femur. It cuts through the humid air with terrifying speed. The intent is clear. This isn't a spar. This is an execution. Most men would flinch. Most men would retreat. The producers cover their eyes. But here is the detail that everyone missed. The floor. Look at the floor. In this heat, with 50 men crowded into a tin shed, the humidity has condensed on the concrete. The floor is slick. It is treacherous. It is the worst possible surface for a fight that relies on precision footwork. As the kick comes in, Bruce moves. He doesn't block it. Blocking a kick that powerful with your arm is a good way to break your arm. He evades. But as he shifts his weight, his lead foot hits a patch of sweat. He slips. For a microsecond, the entire room gasps. It's over. The legend is going to end on a wet floor in Bangkok, humiliated by a slip-up. He loses his footing. His center of gravity drops. He is falling forward, right into the path of the giant. But this is where the difference between a fighter and a master reveals itself. A fighter fights the accident. A master uses it. Bruce doesn't try to catch his balance. He doesn't panic and scramble back. Instead, he surrenders to the slip. He converts that stumble into a forward lunge. He rides the momentum of the fall, driving his body low, under the guard of the Thai champion. It isn't a technique from the books. You won't find this in the Wing Chun manuals. You won't find it in boxing. It is pure, accidental biomechanics. His lead knee drives up. It is an instinctive reaction to regain stability, but because of his forward momentum, that knee becomes a spear. It finds a geometric gap in the Thai fighter's guard that shouldn't exist. It is traveling upward with the force of his entire body weight behind it. The Thai fighter is still committed to his kick. He is wide open. He never expected the little man to fall toward him. The impact is sickeningly loud. Bruce's knee connects with the champion's solar plexus with the precision of a sniper shot. It is the secret knee, a move invented in a fraction of a second, born from a mistake, executed with lethal intent. The giant freezes. For a second, nobody moves. The Thai fighter's eyes go wide, filled with a sudden, total confusion. The air leaves his lungs in a rush. He looks like a statue that has just cracked down the middle. Then the physics catch up to the biology. His legs give out. He collapses to the wet concrete like a building coming down. The room goes completely silent. The clock stops. The fight that was supposed to humiliate the movie star is over before the sweat hit the floor. The producers lower their hands from their eyes. The crew stares, mouths open. They are waiting for Bruce to celebrate. They are waiting for the "I told you so." They are waiting for the ego of the Hollywood star to flare up and mock the fallen challenger. But that is not what happens. And what Bruce does next is far more shocking than the fight itself. Bruce drops his hands. The intensity that burned in his eyes a second ago vanishes, replaced instantly by concern. He doesn't look at the camera crew. He doesn't look at the producers to check if they got the shot. He immediately drops to his knees. He places a hand on the gasping fighter's shoulder. The room is still frozen in that awkward, terrifying silence, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Is he going to finish him? Is he going to rub it in? But Bruce leans in close. His voice isn't loud. It isn't boasting. It's clinical. He begins checking the man's ribs with the gentle precision of a doctor. He asks in a low voice, "Can you breathe?" The Thai champion, still clutching his chest, looks up. Confusion is warring with pain on his face. He nods slowly. The air is coming back to him in ragged gasps. And then Bruce does something that changes the energy in the room from a street fight to a classroom. He doesn't help the man up immediately. Instead, he points to the wet patch on the concrete floor. He gestures to his own knee. He starts explaining. He isn't talking about mystical chai or secret powers. He is talking about physics. He explains the slip. He mimes the motion, slowly this time, showing how the loss of friction created a fulcrum and how he just followed the gravity. He is telling the man who just tried to break his leg, "I didn't beat you. The geometry beat you. I just listened to it." The crew creeps closer. The producers step out of the shadows. The aggression in the air evaporates, replaced by a thick, heavy respect. They aren't looking at a movie star anymore. They are looking at a master who treats combat like a science and his opponents like colleagues. Bruce helps the giant to his feet. The Thai fighter doesn't pull away. He doesn't attack. He bows, a genuine deep bow of respect. The hierarchy of the gym has indeed flipped upside down, just as we predicted. But not because of the violence. It flipped because of the grace. The production of The Big Boss continues. The cameras roll. But the story didn't end in that corrugated iron gym. Weeks later, a member of the crew was walking past a local training camp. He heard the familiar thwack of leather on leather. He looked inside. And there, in the sweltering heat, was that same Thai heavyweight champion, but he wasn't practicing his roundhouse kicks. He was practicing a slip. He was deliberately sliding on the floor, driving his knee upward over and over again. He was learning the move that defeated him. He hadn't been destroyed by the loss. He had been upgraded by it. Because Bruce Lee didn't break his spirit, he expanded his mind. This leaves us with a heavy question to answer, one that goes far beyond martial arts or movie sets. Most of us go through life terrified of the wet floor. We are terrified of the slip, the accident, the moment we lose our footing in a meeting, in a relationship, or in our careers. We think the slip is the failure, But Bruce Lee proved that the slip is just energy. It's just momentum waiting to be redirected. When you face an obstacle that seems impossible, a giant standing in your way, do you try to overpower it with brute force? Or do you wait for the accident that reveals the solution? And more importantly, look at how you handle your victories. In the age of social media, where every win is posted and every opponent is trolled, ask yourself, when you finally defeat your obstacle, when you prove someone wrong, do you use that moment to destroy their ego? Do you stand over them and laugh? Or do you extend a hand and help them stand back up? True power isn't about how hard you can hit, it's about how much you can teach the person who tried to hit you. So the next time you slip, and you will slip, don't panic, don't scramble back to safety, drive the knee forward. Use the accident, be water. Because the secret technique you're looking for might just be hiding in the mistake you're afraid to make.